Hey, what's going on, family? This is John Miranda, and thank you for watching Life with the Mirandas. If you guys did not see in a previous video, me and my wife wanted to build this thing that we called a pet station. We basically built a cool fish tank stand for our dog so he could have his food and his water, and so that we could have our fish. We really had no idea what we were doing when we started this project. You guys can see the full video of the project right here. But this is the ending. This is what we wanted. And I finally have all the fish that I wanted in this tank. And I just want to kind of show you guys the process and the progress of building this natural, with wood that we found in nature, with stones that we found in nature, with rocks that we found in nature, with plants that we planted by when there were little seeds. We want to show you guys the process and the patience that it took for us to get to this, because a lot of people want a fish tank that looks natural, a fish tank that looks beautiful, that has a lot of life, that has shrimp, that has guppies, that has bettas, and a lot of different kinds of fish. A lot of people want this, but they're not very patient on building it. And it's taken around 5 to 6 months to get to where we're at right now. And I'm excited to show you guys the progress and highlight a few of the fish that we see here and that I so much love. So enough about that. Let's continue and let's look at some of the fish that we have, and let's look at how we got that green, beautiful grass looking plant that I really don't know what it is, because we bought it when it was a little tiny seed online, and it gave me a headache. But I want to show you guys some of the fish that we have, and then look at the grass and the process that we took for us to be where we're at right now. Let's take a look. As you guys can see right here, there is basically two parts to this tank. We have the woods, like kind of like it mimics like tall trees going into the sky, and then we have big, large stones. These stones we have a lot of smaller and bigger stones right there. And basically our whole idea was to mimic Yosemite and then mimic a sequoia. And because those are two parks that we really love, those are places that we just find so much peace and we find our connection with God. You guys have seen some of our videos. We love to travel. We love to see beautiful parks. We don't really like to go to Disneyland. We're not that family. We love to go to nature. And it's taken us a while to get this tank to where it is now. We finally got the shrimp that I wanted. We finally got the guppies. We got some males and a lot of females so that we can start breeding. We got a lot of baby bettas that are finally growing. As you guys can see, they're running around, swimming around. We got some killifish, some tetras. So let's highlight a few of the fish. As you guys can see here, we have like around 5 to 6 glow neon tetras. We have one little tiny black neon tetra. We bought like 6, and he's the last one standing. We had him in another tank, and when he was the last one, we just moved him in here, and he's been thriving. He's been connecting a lot with the other glow light tetras. But yeah, so these are some of the tetras. These are some of the ones that we have, and they've been here a while. They've been growing with us. We've had them for over 6 months already, and it's just been awesome to see that these guys not only like feel part of the tank, but like they've taken over. They love swimming around. They sometimes get into a school of 2 or 3, but they love to explore. They love to find food. They love to just hang out. I love these guys. The little red line, the orange line that they have is just so beautiful. And we have the black neon tetra as well. This guy is so beautiful. We had a family of a lot of them, and he's the last one standing. So I just give him props for being so strong and being patient with me through my journey of learning, through my journey of building this tank. And then also we have a few guppies. I love guppies, love guppies. And my whole idea is I want these guppies to start breeding. I want these guppies to start having lots of babies. We got 6 females and 2 males, and hopefully we could get a lot of breeding with them. We got a few bettas. I love bettas, and these are all we call them a sorority, right? We have this, which they call it a Dumbo, a female betta, which I love. She's so beautiful. She was so tiny when I got her, and she's so big and she's so precious. We have a few little girls moving around there. I got them. They were so tiny. They were like half of the size of a shrimp. Now I see them. They're so grown. They're so big, and they're still half of the size of the other girl. But they're growing. They're growing. They're progressing, and they're getting a lot more confidence. And then we also have, which is one of my favorite things in this tank, which is the killifish. The killifish are just my favorite. I love playing with them. I love dropping food and then them just like chasing it around. We have a male and a female killifish. And then the last thing that I want to show you guys is my Neocardina cherry shrimp. I love this cherry shrimp. I love them because not only do they bring so much life to the tank, but they're always just like, they were just so peaceful, grazing in the grass, grazing on the little sequoia trees that we have, or the stones that we have. And it's just a beautiful thing. And I want to show you guys, because the grass that you see right here, right? The grass that you see growing there, those plants, we planted them as little tiny seeds. And there were tiny seeds. The tank that you see now is not the tank that I didn't go and buy these plants and leave them there. No. We got tiny seeds, and it took us about almost 2 months for these seeds to grow. It took us 2 months for the seeds to start and to be where they're at now. We bought them on Amazon, and you guys can see right here how we bought them on Amazon. And I wasn't sure. I spent $10, and I was like, oh, we'll see what happens with this. But the next thing you know, I was so frustrated. I was so mad because I felt like duped, because so many people are online are like, yeah, don't buy them because nothing's gonna happen. So what we did, we bought them, we had faith, we did a dry start. I put them in the ground. I organized the tank how I wanted it, and then I put them in the ground. I watered it a little bit, and nothing happened. Nothing happened. Basically, I waited almost a whole month and nothing. So I got really frustrated. I was like, I'm gonna return them. And then my wife was like, what are you gonna return? You already planted them. I was like, well, I don't know what I'm gonna return, but I want my money back. And my wife was like, just be patient, give it 2 more weeks. And in those 2 weeks, little tiny seeds started becoming green. Little tiny seeds started growing, and they grew like I would say, it grew like kind of this much, but a little smaller. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna add some water, because that's gonna be the final test. Like, okay, they could grow, but can they handle being underneath the water? And it turns out that it not only handled, but it did beautifully. As you guys can see, it looks so beautiful from the top. Look how green, and it just so full of life. The shrimp love hanging out there. I hope that the guppies are able to make a lot of babies, and the babies can hang out in there, because it's dense, but there's a lot of room for the fish to be in there. You guys can see the little fish. Look at that. I love seeing my daughter play with the little fish. She loves to come and grab them and play with them. But yeah, guys, this is just a lot of progress. It took a long time, and it's very low tech. The tank is not high tech at all. We have 2 sponge filters with we have 1 pump that has 2 outlets, so that's how we power this sponges. We have 1 big one right there. You guys can see a shrimp hanging out right there, grazing on that. And then we have a tiny smaller one right there in the back that I had on my other tank, so I just left it there, and now I moved it here. But yeah, guys, this is basically my tank. This is what I have. This is the process that it took to grow it and to have it. And it's taken a while, but it's finally something where I'm really proud, and I've seen that the fish that are here are living and thriving. And we have a lot of plant growth. I took some plants from the one right there, and I cut them off. And on their own, they're growing. You guys see the little stems growing. They're growing, and they're making the water clean, and they're progressing. Here comes the baby. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hi. She loves to hang out. You want to look at the fish? Come on, let's show them how you look at the fish, okay? She loves looking at the fish. She loves trying to grab them. I just hope that she's as passionate with fish as I am, and hopefully she could have a tank of her own when she gets older, and she could show her kids, and she could hold her kids one day and play with the little fishies at her house. Right, baby? Yeah. I always tell her, these are your babies, huh? Your babies. Bichito. Bichito. Okay. Oh, you know I'm gonna kiss you? And she loves to put her hand in there and just play with the little fish. She's never grabbed one. She's tried, but the fish kind of they can kind of get out of the way. Yeah, Baba. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. I was just showing the world our tank. Claudia, what do you have to say about our tank? The process that it took to grow it and what it is now.
It's beautiful. It's alive. And grown.
What do you think about the process that it took?
Took a while.
Took a while, huh?
You have to be patient. Yes.
Did you just wake up? All right, Mama. All right, I'll see you guys. As you guys can see, it's hot in here because we're like in 100-degree weather in Los Angeles, but I turned off the AC and the fan so that we can do a better video. But I'll see you guys. Take care. Bye.